put money in there
All of our
monthly.
mics are off.
To the sheriff's pension. But the money actually goes to Gelser to Besto.
We're getting better with technology, we're not good yet.
It's just one lump sum. It is what it has been.
I think they, there's certain plans that I invest in monthly for certain employees, but I think their actual share plan, we have to talk to Diana about that.
Yeah, like the 457 plans, you're putting money in, pulling out of their paychecks, I'll bet, but the actual pension money, the money that goes into that fund,
It's already been spent for this
we do
year.
it, they do it about as early as they can.
I think, yeah, I think Diana can do that, and I think they do it early as they can.
I think Jay's question is, do we load up while we still have the safety tax
Yeah,
and get ahead of the game?
just to bring it down in the future where it doesn't give it a sharp increase. I mean, it's gonna go up, don't get me wrong. But
Yeah, that was absolutely my thinking last year. And it's something we can talk about with yeah, we were 69% funded in 2009, 85% in 24, 25, 91, and 26, 93, which is really good. Are we gonna need that money? I'm trying to think how to say it. We're at Marcus are all-time high, near all-time highs.
Well,
So like, so that's
what'd
my,
you say?
with
Mike, hold on a second.
with that money in the pension plan being invested and stock market being near all-time highs, like I'm not as excited about throwing a chunk at it as I was the last couple of years whenever we saw the market be really down from November through April, but I don't know. I mean, we can continue to. I think the elephant in the room is, well, what if we need that money for something else? We can't pull it back out of the pension, I
Right.
guess is where I am on that right now. That was kind of my thinking. We can always do an additional, especially if we see
Just to be
some
clear,
kind of a pullback in a stock market or something, but
we don't have a definitive answer on what's gonna happen with this safety tax. They kicked it down the road another year, correct?
With the bids.
Yeah.
They did kick it down the road.
And we have no idea what's gonna happen. All it is speculation and rumors. And the last thing I got from Bruce and then from the Chiefs Association was they're removing the police out of lit, but you can still isolate a percentage of that lit to go to police, as long as we dedicate a number to that, correct? Is that what you're hearing, or? But it's all speculation.
That's the way I read it. It's stuff that I got.
So if
we
it
can
all,
always do an additional.
so you're saying put it at 300? If he's comfortable with 3, I'm obviously.
We can always do an additional for the end of the year.
I think it's a great question.
Yeah, I was just trying to level it out a little bit cause what is it here within 5 years, I think it jumps up to 400 something.
Our minimum that we need contribution.
I think that's
I
what it
remember when
was.
it was 200.
Big loss for me.
It's the
So-
sheriff's pension is
Yeah,
what we're talking
right.
about.
Yeah, okay.
Right now, we're funded really well in there,
Mhm.
but here in a few years, our minimum that we have to pay right now is right around 300,000. And then here in a few years, it's gonna jump up with everybody.
That's eligible for retirement. So there's an actuary that's a whole lot smarter than me that figures out this guy could retire, so we need to make sure you have it funded at this level.
Right.
This guy could retire, it needs to be funded at this level. So it's gradually gone up. Every time we have a deputy that's vested in the pension become sheriff, that curbs that even more, because the sheriff's salary is so much higher, because their pension's based on their best 5 years ever,
Right.
overtime included. That's not like the city's pension's based on a patrolman all the way across the board. So we have to watch and monitor as this goes. But Jeremy's saying we're 96% funded right now. We're 93. By 15 years ago, we were only 40-some% funded. So we've done well at keeping that fund good. Jay's question is if the safety tax goes away, because that's last year we started paying it via the safety tax because we should.
Now, where's the safety tax come from?
We created it 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I didn't create it.
No, Jeremy voted no, so he's going to go on the record on that. It's an income tax. It's an income tax.
So my argument last year, my concern was if we pass a $2 million roughly income tax, and we go and budget the whole 2 million the first year
Which we did
on
not.
stuff, and we don't, then we're gonna be screwed the next year,
Yeah.
right? Or 3 years down the road.
Right.
So the idea was we would take quite a bit of extra funding and make sure that we had it as a placeholder, I guess, in the budget, and we try to pad that pension fund to go up. That's been timely to put money in the market in February or March the last 2 years.
Mhm.
It's worked out really well. I didn't know that was gonna happen, but, that's my only concern right now, but I could also talk to the investment manager. I mean, some of this money that we pay into that just goes into, more or less a cash account to cover the next year's distributions. So we're putting in a little bit more right now than what's getting paid out every year, but we have the growth on the investments. Very tricky. It's a tricky subject, but the idea is the pension, okay? The pension's on a formula. It's a defined benefit. So what Derek said, you work 35 years, your high five salary is $100,000 if you're the share, whatever it is, for your highest 5 years. There's a formula, and you get paid that much money for the rest of your life. If you want your spouse to get 25, you know how that works, right?
Yes.
Well, the actuary gives us a number, a percentage that we have to pay in, or a dollar amount. They get it for the pension side of PERF as well, right? There's a 3% that goes in that annuity savings account deal, but you've got your other side that's figured by an actuary. And this year, the actuary is saying that our contribution's like 292,000 or something like that. It's actually 278 plus about 20 there's 2 plans. Bottom line, putting more money in it doesn't mean any more money for the participants. It just increases the likelihood that we'll be able to pay it out.
Right.
Later.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So we put 500,000 in there, we put 300, but the actuary gives us a number every year, and we definitely don't want to put any less than that in it.
Right.
And we've been padding it. I'm just wondering if the public safety goes away, will they just put that money in the general fund? I don't know what'll happen with it.
It's going into one giant
But
lit bucket,
if
right?
it goes
It's
away, huh?
It's one giant lit bucket, so we don't have edit and co-it and
Why is it
safety
going away?
anymore. It'll just be one big bucket of lid,
Huh?
and then they decrease the other end, and we have to raise the
Really?
lid to cover it.
Why is it going away? The state.
Talk to the state people.
State changed the rules.
Every day they change the game we're playing, so
They have ever since we passed
With this
since-
governor.
every governor, but yeah, this one's no.
Do another one? A different one?
They've changed it every couple of years ever since we passed since we passed COVID back in whatever that was, 2012.
Mike, do you have any information what you're seeing from the auditors on what they're saying when it comes to property taxes compared to lit? It's still the world of gray unknown.
Nothing's been said, so, I mean, really.
Because the scare is they're gonna reduce our
Do you
property,
know?
and then they're gonna force us to increase lit, correct?
Who knows what we're gonna put?
Isn't that the scare? Isn't that what they're saying?
They're talking about eliminating property tax altogether.
Right, and then that forces our hand on the lit tax.
They're talking about eliminating the assessor too.
Assessor's just going away.
No, she's gonna be working for me.
Well, we're
Are
So,
they really talking about?
The bottom line, I'm not afraid to
Are they
to
talking
put
about
it at
getting rid of
300. We can
assessor?
always add to it before the
I
end of
guess
the year
if
when we get
I
more
guess you don't
certainty
do
around what's going to
property
happen with
taxes,
it.
Really.
But if it goes away, we're going to wish we had that 200,000 back because
Correct.
we had all this growth that we put onto it, and we're going to need to do something about that. I would think. You're saying though that revenue would just go back into the.
It's just gonna be one bucket instead of 3 buckets, and then we're gonna have to isolate percentages.
Let's do 300. We'll move on.
Okay.
That one to me.
1170
we
is
can
getting
always add
300,000,
to it for the pension.
and it's 0 in the sheriff's budget. It's going into the safety, but it's at 300, not 500. So 1170, if you guys wanna look at it real quick, we can probably make that one quick and easy, cause it's not heavy. Overtime for the sheriff at 350, 300,000 for the county pension, meals at 380. And then we need to discuss the sheriff's department equipment number. Cause last year we funded it at 350, and that was for all those police cars. There was no guarantee we were gonna do that year in, year out. So we need to have that discussion,
350 is what? 4 vehicles?
if you're lucky. I think you got 6 then.
Well, I think you got that many, but some of it was out of different funds too.
Did you guys pay attention to edit to see what was in the edit?
I did not look at that one yet. That's under-
what is our next meeting schedule, our, agenda for budgets? We're not reading at the next meeting, are we? Is there one more before then?
No.
We are reading?
That'll be the first.
At the next one?
August 11th, that'll be the final before the special meeting on the 18th.
It's 0
Well, I guess what I'm getting at,
in edit.
before we commit to buying police cars, I want some answers. I mentioned that in
Yeah.
the email. I had notes here on,
It's 0 in the edit request for sheriff. And there's no cars in the general fund. So I mean, if you want a 0-1170, we can always do an additional later in the year on 1170.
And the first reading is next Tuesday. I'm sorry,
I hope not.
no.
What'd we do with 1170?
We have the final
Nothing
review
yet.
on the 11th, and then the reading on the 18th, and then the adoption on September the 8th.
So 0, you want to 0 that equipment line?
I think so. That was sheriff's equipment and 350,000.
Yeah, in the 1170. It's not in his budget, it's not in the commissioner's budget, it's just in the 1170.
Yeah,
And we can advertise later for 1170. That's not a big deal.
yeah, I would like to know.
All right, 0.
I would like to know what, and okay.
43,801.
43,801 is 0. So there's only 3 items in 1170: overtime, pension, meals, and everything else is 0.
Okay, so overtime, the benefits on overtime, FICA and PERF. Do you want that to come out of the sheriff's budget,
Pension.
or do you want it to come out of the?
Pigs, right? But,
Did it come out of the commissioner's budget last time?
Yes.
801.
Then do it out of the sheriff's. If that's okay.
They moved the equipment to the vehicles.
Is that sheriff's budget built correctly, the FICA and Medicare number?
801 to 201.
He's got 184, 189.
That's what I think.
I think so.
What time does zero?
Because he put the overtime in there, so I would have thought the number would have been.
Yeah, I mean, it can be from all of us or just from me, but,
It's close.
Okay.
regarding the escort, what do you call that? Escort transport detail program? Just, I'd like to see information on that, like their fee schedule, revenues that they've had in the past couple of years. If they keep any kind of mileage logs. I've got some questions about that, and we've kicked it around, and, I'd rather just be able to get that, get with the sheriff, get with the chief deputy, and get that information so that we know what exactly is going on there. Before we continue to commit to buying cars, we've got radios on there. I think those are for road deputies, right?
Portable radios, correct.
How many of those cars do we have?
That's always a fun question.
Oh.
Huh?
I said, drive around, see how many you can count, the best thing.
Yeah. Hey, Kenny, we keep a vehicle inventory? Yeah, we have a vehicle inventory. Do we know how many sheriff's vehicles we have and their mileage annually? We talk about it all the time. Do you have?
I've got a capital asset, an inventory list that should have all the vehicles on it, but it wouldn't have the mileage on it.
How frequently is that? Annually updated?
Every time they get a new vehicle or they dispose of one, they're supposed to go in and change it.
Reserves, how to take home cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought that up to him, he's like, well, they work, I don't care. They can drive in there and
They
get
bought
one.
several new Tahoes, I know,
Yeah.
here recently.
We had quite a budget for it last year, right?
For what?
Vehicle purchase.
350,000.
350,000.
Mm-hmm.
misdemeanor. 'Cause they,
Yes, they usually get one car at a misdemeanor, maybe two.
But they don't show that income
Oh, there's a line somewhere.
what income? You
off
mean
of
for
the,
the
off
escort
of the
services?
transport, off of the escorts.
No, they come in and we get a mileage reimbursement of some sort, but that's really the question is kind of, that we need to know, I think need to know more information about. Years ago, I wish Sherry was in here. Years ago, we got audited by the IRS, so for payroll, right? We don't pay income tax, so it wasn't for that, it was for payroll. And one of the things in the exit interview that they asked Sherry Smith was, why are you paying sheriff's deputies W-2 and 1099? You can't do that. Why are you doing it? She said, we're not paying them 1099. Yes, you are. Here it is. So at some point in time, way back, I don't know how far back, someone opened a checking account under the sheriff's office, sheriff's department, with the county's tax ID number. And then for the security detail, things like that were going on at that time, they were paying the deputies, and they were doing it by the book IRS wise, paying a 1099 to them, but it was on the county's tax ID number. And it's not, there are only certain I can't ever say it.
We can't issue out a 1099 and W-2 to an employee.
And also, you can't go open an account with the county's tax ID number unless it's approved by the commissioners or commissary fund. There's like 5 different things that you can do, and that's not listed as one of them. So, but that dates back to the Alan Harmon days. Yeah. So at any rate, that was then closed out, and now there's another entity that's doing it. I can't imagine.
I've heard about that.
I'm sure that they have their own tax ID number. I can't imagine they're operating on the county anymore.
That's running through our funds.
All of that money comes in and out.
Well, I don't know.
Supposed to.
But we, like, it's called the County Correction Fund,
Yes.
and so far this year, we've taken in $146,000. The cash balance is $200.
And what is that money being used for in return?
No, wait, it's the sheriff's fleet maintenance fund.
Yeah.
Okay, so far this year, we've taken in $267,000, and the cash balance is $267,000.
Is that just mileage?
That's mileage.
That's the mileage checks that are received.
Their pay is coming straight from
The
that
company.
Yes, the
Those deputies aren't getting paid through county.
deputy and the non-deputies that drive
Right.
That's what I don't understand, non-deputies driving the
I'm on-
county vehicle.
Anyway, there are questions to be asked. I'll draft a letter. I apologize. I planned to have copies of that today and didn't get to it. I'll draft a letter seeking some additional information on that, and we'll move forward with that.
So while we're still in the sheriff's budget, part of that sheriff's budget's the jail budget. He put the meal money in the jail budget as well. We're zeroing that line. If you go back 2 pages, to the meal line in the jail, it's gonna be 34,104. He's got 347,735. That's gonna be zero, cause that's going to lit. 34,104.
You're gonna zero that?
Correct, that's meal money that we're putting into the 1170. So soft track right now, Logan, in the general fund budget that we've removed, OT 350,000, pension 500,000, meal money 347,735, and then we're eliminating a sergeant's position because we're adding a captain's position, which is about $60,000 on that line item. That's a rough number there. So we're doing well just in the sheriff alone. That's almost 1.25 million.
What about these 2 new positions in the sheriff's?
That's, we gotta discuss them. Which ones are you talking about?
Maintenance technician
The maintenance tech and the mental
and
health.
Johnson Controls and mental health coordinator, those 2.
I thought you got answers on Johnson Controls. You did not get answers on Johnson Controls.
Yeah.
No, only heard him talk about the complexity of it.
I mean, this maintenance tech, I just don't know yet. I don't.
Also, my question was about utilities. The utilities budget
Yes.
seems awfully high, and I wondered how much of that will go away? How much of that's old jail, how much is new jail? Do we have any way of knowing that?
old jail's costing us like 10 grand a month, isn't it?
I mean, all we can do is compare the old budget as to what it is now.
And then,
We should have kept setting the lines for old gym too.
I was begging for that from the get-go. Nobody could ever give it to me.
These expenditures go up to 21. So if you go down to, utilities, you go down.
Which line is the utilities in? It's in the jail.
35,101.
yeah, 252.
35, 1 utilities, there we go. 150, 130, 180. Yeah, it was only like 70, 80,000.
Jail was supposed to be so much more.
Well, I think that includes the old jail.
Correct, we're probably spending $100,000 keeping the old jail open right now.
Right. And then, how about medical contracts? What's the deal there?
That goes up every year.
My God. That's a lot.
That one did go up astronomically. What was his reasoning on the medical contracts?
Medical contracts, got people coming into jail
They
to,
have to have the doctor service and the nurses, they're paying the nurses, prescription fees, all that for the inmates.
they don't give a reason why it went up so much, or?
That contract's going up, I don't know that much, that's a lot.
That's double.
Well, while we're talking utilities, what do you guys wanna set the number at utilities? Are you thinking that we're just throwing a dart there and that's why you putting that so high? Last year we adopted 150,000. Did we go over on the budget?
Well, you.
Yeah, where are we year to date?
134.
134.
That was 25.
26 expended to 134. But a lot of that is gonna be old jail.
Yeah, wasn't there something though, something that came up and we told them to go ahead and do it and we would do
Additional.
the additional at the end of the year? Maybe in March or April?
We spent 180 in 2025.
We did something, we had some sort of big expenditure out of that. It
But we
feels-
only
it feels
spent
like,
71 in 2024.
Can I ask a question? Does the sheriff still have a road crew?
No.
No.
we weren't running the second jail, right? I mean,
They still buying?
2025 is when we started seeing probably
Right, well,
the new jail.
Bags.
I feel like something came up this spring and we told them to do it and we would circle back and
I
pick
don't
it
know
up
what the
later.
deal is.
Or was that
They
EMS?
changed the law.
Well, we won't have any utilities on the old jail in
Never
27.
used it. Raised it to 240.
So we just keep it at 150 and then see, with the understanding we may do an additional.
where's that at, Mike?
All right, guys, we're not going up to 252. We're gonna keep it at 150, the utilities, because we should not be paying any expenses on the old jail come 2027.
Okay.
And then we all need to know the understanding if something spikes. We're throwing a dart a little bit because this is a new jail.
Right.
We'll see how the utility goes. It should go lower though.
It should.
So I think 150 is where we
Is
hold.
that solar working? Is
So there's
the solar on
100,000
it
in
yet?
Yeah, that works.
All right, guys, 150 for utilities. And that's gonna be $100,000. And then do we want this maintenance technician position? I'll be honest, I am in support of the mental health counselor, keeping it. It's been a position that's been there, it's been funded from a grant for 2 years.
The maintenance technician?
No, the mental health counselor.
Oh, the
Stay with me,
mental
Mike.
health council.
Mental
Okay.
health.
That's a new position?
Okay.
It is, but it isn't. It's been funded by a grant for the last 2 years, with the understanding when the grant ran out, we'd have to make a decision on if we wanna keep it or
Yeah.
not. It is out,
Basically, they've been a contract employee and you're wanting to make them.
I see.
and it has been a
I
valuable
get it.
asset.
Yeah,
And it's cut in half what she's been making.
benefits and all.
The benefits are calculated in already, right? That takes it down to a $25 an hour job. The grant was paying her 50 an hour.
Yeah.
She's willing to stay at
I
25.
remember somebody thought.
I mean, it's the will of the council. My opinion is keep it. I think it's a
Right.
needed position.
Okay.
You have anything on that, Jeremy?
I'm for that more than anybody. The mental health part.
Yeah.
So Sean,
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think we need that. Need to keep her.
All right, we're gonna leave the mental health position in. Now, maintenance tech. Opinions, thoughts?
But what line item was that?
Maintenance tech is under the jail budget, 10-105.
First one.
That is a brand new position. The reasoning that I think was presented is there's just a bunch of new stuff.
Which should be under warranty, that,
I just don't see it as a 40-hour. They said it was, but I don't.
Well, then you go down to, the justified, it goes down to Johnson Controls and increases that.
I still don't know what that one is.
Astronomical, 65, and he wants, so what's the maintenance technician going to be doing?
I think we meet him in the middle. We give him his mental health and we remove the maintenance tech. That's my job. Yes, no? Straw poll. Keep it or eliminate it.
Maintenance tech.
I'd have to have more
I
information.
don't know,
Maybe
it's
not
interesting to
keep it
see,
in there.
I mean, Andy's asking for, more money.
Cause all his buildings, when he started the
He
job.
mentioned that he was willing to do stuff at the sheriff's department. but
Correct.
He wasn't asked back. I think there needs to be some relationship management consideration there. Especially if he's asking for more, he's willing to
Do more.
do some of that. Now, I do understand they have complex systems that need to, and that what he was basically talking about is that he needs somebody that knows.
I'm not sure what system he's talking about, cause isn't that what we paid Chris Isabel to do?
What he's talking about is like the electronic doors and things like that.
That's not what we pay Chris to do.
Chris is communications.
Correct. That's what, I didn't realize what he was asking.
He's IT, yeah. This is, the way I understood when he was here explaining it to us was that it was for all the new electronically controlled doors and
it's cool that falls under IT,
things like that.
It does, you're
cause
right.
it's under computers.
Is that under a contract for, so we put it in?
I mean, everything's brand new, like Jay said, it should be under warranty
I
right
don't
now.
know.
I mean, if it breaks, call and say, hey, it broke. I mean, don't. It's just warranty,
Zero?
yeah.
No new position this year?
I'd say
The
that
technician.
zero,
Yeah, the tech, alright, no new position.
except for a better explanation. But then Johnson Controls, phew. Why would that be it? Oh, go up that much?
Uh-oh. Well, that's going to the new jail, right?
Right.
1.5 million right now.
Well,
in the
it
sheriff's
is, have you seen that HVAC system?
So what?
Have you seen that HVAC system?
No.
Oh my
It's
God.
under-
Oh, it's
We
unreal.
leaving the portable radios.
Because they got them cubes or whatever,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, it's
I'm
each
yeah,
are separate.
yeah.
And
But
this is just for the maintenance on it?
Maintenance on the generator,
I don't know.
I don't
quadruple,
need-
I don't know what Johnson Control wants.
which is a smaller number, but it's still,
Probably a bigger generator.
A plus Sterling do it for $200.
Oh, yeah, it's probably.
And Derek, I mean, you go down here where you, on 3602, you have 75,000 for plumbing, electrical maintenance. So one of those areas would have to be definitely corrected there about having maintenance tech. And what, I can't understand in the new jail why they'd have to spend 75,000
Where's plumbing at?
for plumbing and electrical. That's 3602. I mean, why would, I can see the old jail, I can't
I'm not
see it
seeing
in
it.
the new jail.
it's
Where's,
3602.
He just, oh, he just added 10% there.
Yeah,
oh, plumbing electric, 75,000. What's Johnson Air Controls doing?
Yeah, this was so cute, between all those three.
I think that all they take care of is the HVAC system.
and he's only spent 25 this year, he's not, I'd say we can bump that down to 50,
Which one?
the plumbing, electrical maintenance.
Went up 30%. It's only $5,000, but.
I know we've been spending money with them.
New
We'll see
jail,
all
you
the
shouldn't
things
have
we've
any
got.
maintenance.
Bills
I wouldn't
that
think.
have been paid
certain period of time.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be things that come up, cause like if they,
System's not that old, bro.
but if they flush a shirt down the commode, it's not gonna
No,
be.
I'm talking about
Maintenance is
Johnson
double.
Controls.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we paid about $1 million extra to make sure that wasn't an issue too.
Yes, we did on that grinder thingy.
They've got the
Well,
parts
let's do
out back,
stuff
so
that's
they know
costing
who
more
flushed
money.
what, right, out of what cell.
Correct,
That's why we did that chase around the whole thing,
correct.
I thought.
No, you're correct.
I think we can move plumbing, electric to 50.
Plumbing and electric to 50. And then what about Johnson? Is that a contract that he signed that we have to pay? Like, what's that number?
I don't know, I would be curious what.
Which line is
Plumbing,
How it's
clean,
tied
come over here.
Johnson Air Control.
I mean, we got questions for him.
65,000. It's,
Yeah, I see that, but the plumbing, where's it?
Since it's a new jail,
Oh,
why
there
would
it
you
is.
need plumbing? Isn't that stuff under warranty for a period of time?
Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be, here you go. So,
Dan,
I know.
broke.
the lead from Garmont on,
How's he get that figure?
what was it?
The ball guy? Dan.
It's not, that's not Mattingville, it's Dan Alcorn.
Apple.
I don't know, but it
Should be able to
jumped
tell
up
us
a
if
ton
that's
last
reasonable or
year.
not, like that.
I don't have it.
Now it's going up again.
Which one?
I don't know, George would be able to tell us pretty quick, wouldn't he?
I'd hope.
Last year's, here in 2026,
20,
they only
25,000.
spent 25. His budget for 68.
That's cause the old jail had to work on all plumbing all the time. You know, they shouldn't
I'm
be-
just gonna put him on speakerphone, he's out of town right now. Van Owen. Okay, we have questions on the Johnson Control.
Okay,
It went from 16,000 to 65,000.
yeah, it's a contract that we have to have. They do our heating and air and keeps us with our warranties and stuff. And basically, if we don't have it, calling in and using them is going to cost us more
So it's a
than
service
60,000. It's basically the last facility wasn't using all the computers and stuff like that. And the new facility, it's just like running a space shuttle.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a contract for the 65,780.
Yeah.
Have they thought about
Just to make-
going for contracts with anyone else, or it has to be Johnson Controls? Are they the ones that installed it?
They're the ones that installed it, yeah.
That's a rip. I can't believe that.
Okay.
What about
Is there any other
The
questions?
utilities, Bruce, you've got it. I mean, are we just guessing right now at utilities? Is that why that number's so high?
Yeah, because we really don't know what the new facility looks like, because we're still paying on the 89 jail.
Right, but in
48
27,
jail.
in 27, we won't be paying on the old jail, so hopefully that
Well,
number will.
hopefully not, and I don't really know where George and Diana got that number for it, but right now, even, we're also paying the EMA building, so, and the Gray building, so we're kind of, it was a shot in the dark, really.
No, fair enough, fair enough.
How much of this is Andy able to take care of? He mentioned that he hadn't been over there much recently.
I've not seen Andy but maybe one time in 4 years over in our jail. And that was, we had a problem with the drunk tank. We needed a piece of metal put up and he came over and did it. That's why I've asked over the last couple of years to get a maintenance person, because we need one, but I don't think it's fair to Andy because he's got every building in the county that he's responsible for. So, I mean, I don't think he could do the Johnson Control stuff.
No, I'm sure not.
No.
And then we had the Muffin Monster, which grinds up all the sewage that comes down that's not sewage, and they have these at the hospital and stuff like that. We have to have a contract for that, to have these guys come in and work on it, because it's beyond us.
When we built that jail, they advertised that from that chase, we'd be able to access that there were screens or basically for every cell. So if somebody flushed something, you'd know who flushed it or where it came from. Am I dreaming that?
I have never asked that, and we've never had a problem per se with it. We have random stuff come down. It's just something the city of Princeton's doing to pretty much everybody that's building a major building, because the sewage system in Princeton's so archaic. And that's not a slam on them. It's just the reality of how life in the United States is. If you don't see it, you don't take care of it until there's a problem.
I know
So,
there's
but that,
quotes.
that contract for the Muffin Monster is a lot less. It's a machine.
Okay, and then one more question, just for my peace of mind. Is there a service that is paid to maintain the water softener system? Or is that in-house?
I don't know that I have an exact answer for that. We traditionally have always taken care of it ourselves, and if we have a problem, we will go and talk to one of the companies to come in and fix it. I don't think I can find Amanda. She's here. That's under her kind of purview.
Cool. I just, knowing water and Princeton's water, like.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
Oh yeah, I mean, that alone would add 25 to 30 years of life to the plumbing system. Yeah.
I know that it's something we watch. We have a lot of. Hey, I've got her here, actually. Hey, Amanda. Council wants to know if we have somebody that's watching our water softeners and servicing.
Yeah,
okay, All Stop Plumbing.
Awesome.
Perfect.
And we have a contract with them too, right? Yeah, we have a contract with them.
I can probably come up and test it weekly for less, but.
Looking like a guy that owns a car wash.
Okay.
Mike.
All right, thanks, Jeremy.
Top to bottom, county wide. 181 on the general fund. I think, anybody else got any questions for the sheriff? All right, Bruce, I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hey, if you need something, just give me a call, guys.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye.
What was the 181?
Did you say 181 on the general fund? Employees?
That's what.
I had asked if it was 100. I had 178 or 179, you said 181, so that makes sense.
And that was a rough estimate. I don't have anything that, runs that for me, so I just kinda had to go through and count.
I thought it was over 200. Does that count part-time then?
That's everybody.
Okay.
275.
Just general fund, so.
They were asking
Okay.
just for the employees on the general fund.
Okay.
So like all the highway, all the EMS, they would be on that.
I was doing it to figure, in 50 cent per hour increments, like roughly what would the pay increase cost?
All right, so
Okay, so we're just in jail and sheriff's.
So what'd we decide then? We're taking the plumbing electric contract 30,602 in the jail budget down to 50,000. Did you get that? And then what are we doing with Johnson Controls? We have to keep it, is that what the sheriff just told us? It's a contract?
It's a contract.
It has to be them because it.
Maintenance technician was zero.
Because it's still under warranty.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Should be a 5-year warranty or 10-year warranty on all that stuff.
150, correct?
Oh, and utilities went to 150, correct.
$70,000 a year.
There's where we're at, just in the sheriff of the jail cuts right
What's the normal warranty
on
on
that number
furnace?
that you gave.
5 years?
I never did find utilities.
What's the normal warranty on the
About
furnace?
roughly 3 million.
5 years, 10 years?
No, 22.
Oh, really?
So we'd be at 24, 1. It'd be about 2, roughly 2.2.
That's
We've already cut them for 2, so we're halfway there just in the sheriff's budget.
Well,
Yeah.
and then we need to go through the
Commercial,
employees. I think
is it
we'll go through
different
the
on
list
commercial
of,
versus
requested
residential?
employees.
Let's do that right now then.
And decide how to do that, and then
Where's that list at?
I have an email that I sent.
All right, we're gonna go line by line on the new requested employees
Oh, okay.
per every budget to see. We've already got one of them eliminated. That technician.
I'm gonna start
you ready? Start right off with the HR director. We heard it from the elected officials.
You don't have any fruit, do you? You're gonna throw it. I still have so many questions on it. I don't know. I brought them up. Kenny, do you have anything to add on the HR director? You know we haven't got that job, right? We don't have that job, right? You're taking applications, but we don't have that job.
You know, nobody in a position of authority in virtually any industry wants an HR person.
That's facts.
That's facts. I think the issue years ago was just cooperation from some of the elected officials and department heads of getting sick days and things like that, just having some controls. It seems like every time that we've talked about anything like that, you remember Sherry had that program that she had put forward, God, 7 or 8 years ago. Everybody showed up that.
I remember that meeting.
But she wanted to have a committee. One of the things we'd ask for is that there be some sort of a staffing committee that had elected officials, auditor on it, and that more or less we didn't get bombarded with requests for additional employees throughout the year randomly without a job description, without, so we've started requiring job descriptions. That was one of the things I saw as the most valuable, was that we don't have to on the fly decide. When Cochran came in the other day, asked for somebody, makes sense, God, it's gonna save us all this money, we do it. Next meeting, somebody shows up and says, well, you realize we've got the same people doing the same job, they should be making $120,000. We're like, well, this was an extenuating circumstance. Just making those decisions on the fly was bad. The rest of it, I don't think they should have any authority over your hiring processes.
They're elected
any more
officials.
than, yeah. Any more than to make sure and to help with job descriptions and things like that. So I didn't look fully at the job description. I don't know what else was on there. And their argument was that employee conflicts are handled through the union. Is that right? You have any other arguments against it?
One of the things with safety, there are different classes and stuff. We can do that online. I mean, you don't need someone to track that. We can track that as the officials. We have to for different things anyway. And we have to do an education with that too. So I don't see why we need someone in charge of that either.
I think the county's just unique. Every lead department's an elected official.
That's right.
The citizens of our community have elected her to be the assessor. That's their job in their department. So that's where my other areas of government probably do need HR, absolutely, because there's a unilateral elected. I don't know. I'm not behind it. I've had a lot of conversations with Nick about it. I have a lot of questions still. So
Do we still have a contract with do you still have a contract with an remote HR firm? We used to keep 10,000 or 12,000 in the budget.
It's an attorney out of Indianapolis.
Is it Anthony?
Well, I've only contacted him one time, and that was the
Okay.
first year I was here. We had to call him on something.
I just wonder if it wouldn't make sense for a starting point to say, hey, what are these things that the HR person would do? And then if there was a committee or a couple or of elected officials, department heads that wanted to say, look, we can do this stuff, and then just kind of do it. I don't think any of it's too intrusive. I mean, there's no doubt over the course of the last 20 years, there have been elected officials, department heads that have fudged on sick days and whatever else, right? I mean, that's when the big push came for it, I think there was more, I don't want to call it corruption, but just good old boy stuff going on. I don't know that there's,
I don't know
any
an
evidence of any of that going on these days.
I don't know if an HR person would do that unless they show up to every office every day and count
Right.
names.
and even then, what authority do they have? Because
Yeah, I think we move on.
she's
from
elected,
it.
he's elected. Like, what authority do they have?
I think we move on from it this year, but try to come up with some sort of collaboration to
Zero it out.
Yep.
to say that, hey, there may be some improvements or some areas of that could be not even dangers that could be probably
Commissioner.
mitigated if there was some sort of agreed upon.
While you are in that,
Yes.
HR.
Had to be $352,506. So that increased our budget by almost $20,000.
Where's it at?
Commissioner's budget.
What number?
Okay, I'm on.
35,304.
What's she talking about?
35,304.
35,304.
I don't,
Yeah.
where do you see that at?
Spend that much, it's no deal.
Yeah.
35,304.
35,304. I don't have a 35.
We spent 320.
Mental health.
I'm still not seeing it, guys. It might be this.
It's on the
Commissioners.
commissioners,
Second page, I think it was.
are you the commissioners?
Yeah. Oh, 35,304. That's the number you said. So that goes up to 350 something?
And what did she say?
506.
So all the savings we did, you just added 20 grand back to.
35,304.
Also,
We don't have,
No.
commissioners, or in the commissioner's budget, unemployment was not raised, it probably
Okay.
needs. We're about to cap it out this year, and we're just not.
we're making it 350.
What line's that?
52.
1, 2, 4.
Oh, I got it. So it's at 7,500. Where do you need it at?
I mean,
I don't know.
last year we did 17,000. I don't know if we should do like,
Year before that, we only did 3.
I know, that's why I guess.
Take it to 10 and see what happens. That's an easy one. All right, we're gonna take that up to 10.
What, which one, unemployment?
Yeah,
You guys are going the wrong way over there.
yeah.
just let
You guys
know.
quit talking at that table. You're hurting us.
Unemployment's going to 10.
All right, next position.
What's going in here?
Unemployment, first
Oh,
page.
12,401.
We're still at 1.3. EMA deputy director, flood plain.
You want to do it up to 10?
12,401.
Yeah.
Why do you have that in there? That's not a new position, is it?
I've not got that.
Oh, it's an
And
assistant's
what's it going
position.
to?
Well, and it's also
Yeah.
slash floodplain administrator.
I thought she was the floodplain administrator.
Well, she's contracted somebody to be floodplain administrator now.
With what
It
funds?
was approved last year,
Mm.
and she didn't hire anybody until this year. Isn't that the one that she fired? Did she fire him last year? What's his name? Bradshaw?
Oh, yeah. She already fired him?
He came to work for her as an employee,
Right.
and she turned around and fired him. And now she's contracting him to do the floodplain stuff.
Out of what? Part-time?
Right there.
Who's that?
I'm not sure where that's from.
EMA.
She only spent 1,100 out of part-time. I don't know where it's coming from.
What?
Floodplain, I mean,
Floodplain administrator.
well, we're gonna need, I mean, we're not having a lot of construction in these floodplain areas.
Well, we have to have a floodplain administrator to get grant funding,
Right.
but she qualifies.
Exactly. Right.
Again, too many questions for me. I'd say no.
Yeah.
I'm a no. Jeremy's a no.
I don't know.
That's 3 no's.
Is this funded by a grant?
No,
No?
no, it's just, it's a request that, there's a lot of questions.
That's on the commissioners.
No, it's on EMA.
EMA.
Right after commissioners. Well, it's after circuit court.
So we're gonna go with it then?
It's after courthouse.
We're done with.
Does anybody else want it?
No.
I feel.
No, it's a no.
I do not.
0.
What about overtime? That is 0. But she always puts that up, we always have to make a transfer.
Thought we started budgeting that.
We did not budget it for 2025. It was added to the, it was added after the budget was finished in 25, and we did it with a salary schedule amendment.
I thought we talked about putting her as a salary.
It was never decide?
I thought
Who
there,
decides
she
that?
doesn't want, there's a reason she keeps fighting against being salary.
Because she can't work all the overtime she wants.
Yeah.
Most head people are not hourly
Yeah.
because they determine who works overtime.
Right.
Cause neither one of you get overtime.
No,
I mean, if you work 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, you're getting the same check at the end of the day, but you're the one who decides that that's when you guys
yeah,
have to work.
that's elected though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm salary at the school. I mean, there's,
Yeah.
huh?
George. Oh, yeah, we moved him to salary last year. Swear we did. I thought we voted on that last year. I thought he requested salary. I swear we made that.
I think all department heads,
I swear he wanted
Should be a
salary.
salary.
We moved him to salary last year.
Well, I thought they basically were, I mean, as directors, solid waste, I told all those, like,
Yes.
highway department should be being salary.
he's salary.
She should be.
Who is not salary that's a department head?
George.
I swear he wanted to be salary.
What about Judy? She's not a department head, but she is, I treat her, like, there's some that I treat as
She's-
department head.
She's not a department head because she's got a,
Yeah.
There's no casting.
George, Stephanie, everybody else, there's like extenuating, like Erica and AJ. That's about it.
Okay.
So, yeah. I'd say almost.
I'd say,
Gary Dawson.
Wait a minute.
What's the process to make somebody hourly to from salary to hourly? We just say it?
I've never done that. I'd have to look into it.
She's going to change.
I don't know.
She doesn't.
she does not wanna change.
Because she,
We're just saying no floodplain administrator. You're asking now, do we fund the overtime line?
Do you want to, or do you want to just make her transfer like we're doing now?
That's minimal overtime. It should be. Keep it the same way we've been doing it.
I will say her overtime this year has not been anywhere near like last year.
Right.
Pretty low this year.
All
I
right.
think she takes time off too, is.
All right, what else we got? So that one was, pre-trial services.
That's a pretty good raise.
Did they ask for a case manager? Another case manager?
What are we talking about?
Are you talking about the director's raise here?
Oh, no.
EMA.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is what?
A grant. They've had that for,
So why is it noted?
Just, that, I was going through it.
So nothing to do with that?
I don't think so.
Okay. What's the
We're not paying there.
Public Country
What
Council?
did we decide on?
Right before you.
Stephanie, are we making her salary?
No, we're keeping it the way we've been.
Same.
Hey,
Okay, she's
talking
asking
about
for,
Huh?
what you talking
Well,
about?
it's one that he noted that we don't need to talk about.
she's asking for 4,500.
Yeah, we haven't got to that part yet. We haven't got to that part yet. She's just staying hourly with no overtime budget line. item. We haven't got that part yet. Public Defender Council, what is that? $71,000 increase.
that may be because she brought it on
And
in a term.
I think that is the Jason lowering his hours and bringing on the new person to cover those hours that she's talked about at the last.
And it came out even?
For 1,200 cents now, but it has to go to the general. And remember, she gets 40%.
We have public defender now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a crazy one.
Yeah,
Guess reverse at a lesser rate or something, right? I did ask that question in the meeting the other day. I don't know. I mean, she's got those stats pretty quick.
like how many misdemeanors are filed compared to how many Yeah, I don't know.
Just curious.
I'd say there's a lot more misdemeanors than felonies. I would.
Yeah, she lowered her contract attorney fees by 30. So there's a slight increase on that council number. And the group insurance went up because of that, I'm assuming. Is that?
She had a backup in case.
Oh, I got that right here.
Oh, you like background, not, okay.
No, she gave it like right here. Yeah, this proposal is gonna be a net increase of 26,000. Before we leave it alone, what? Oh, we forgot to ask Bruce about the medical contract. Probably not.
You probably didn't get this too, that came from her. She was both of them. Percentage.
Find it before I call him.
Which one?
The medical contract in the jail.
Other than,
We've got
we'll
now.
go back, we'll call him on the medical contract, figure out that one. Now he's done. I think he's after that, corrections officer, so. He's actually,
That's net zero employee, took one away. Did he lose the other one?
which one?
On captain.
We fixed that already today. We took one out
So
of the
that's
shift and
it.
started at line. We're net zero on it. You're correct.
That's all that I had in those notes.
So I think the big one in your notes.
Next question. Medical contract went from 275,000 to 509, or might as well say 520,000.
That's what they sent us from QCC, and it just kind of got programmed right in.
Yeah, that's.
So I don't know what that would be. We have a cost pool for stuff, so I'm only going off the numbers that I got from QCC on that. And they provide our 40-hour nurse and then two nurses on the weekends for 16 hours. And then if we have to send somebody out, stuff like that,
Yeah,
that's where we used to pay that.
that went up about $250,000 more or less.
Just between you, me, and you and
And
you guys.
and it's on
We're
record
not
because they're on the phone microphone.
Yeah, no, there's background work being done, Bruce. I can attest to that on trying to do the best we can for the service
Right,
that's there.
so
But that's
we're-
about all we
we're
can say.
We're looking at another contractor right now, but we got to get the right pieces in the right places before we make that jump.
He is diligently working on that. I can attest to that.
Okay. So that's the number they gave you for
That's
next
just
year.
what
Yes,
we're gonna be
Okay.
stuck with.
All right.
and I can provide that once I get back to the office, or I can maybe even have Diana.
Yeah, he's already at
It's-
260,000 this year expenditure. So it's probably not gonna be far off. Okay, that answers the question, Bruce. Thank you.
All right,
Thanks.
bye guys.
Bye.
So are they just gonna go, are we
I think
just
we
gonna
have
go
to.
back with the,
There is some work being done in the background
Yeah,
trying to improve that service and save the county money.
he was at the,
Sure.
sheriff meeting,
I don't think we can touch it. I mean, we
I mean-
can pay it, we have, yeah.
better,
Yeah, they did, until we fix that.
What line,
J Road,
what's the line items?
Huh?
What line line, you know,
We was talking about the
Never been
medical
done.
contract under the jail
So they're looking at it.
is, 36,003. That's what they
We're
went
hoping to
from
have something
275 to
That's
519.
Yeah.
That's just what they gave him for
The
the
good thing is
contract
it's a
for
year
next year.
contract, so we don't have to lock it for 1 year, then we can figure it out. There's a lot of moving pieces to that. I didn't realize it until I started.
we get from fucking.
All right, anything on your
Might have
policy
something
you want to discuss?
No, I think that's it.
So I'm at this
So are they
number
gonna
here.
stay with that, or?
Yeah, we're gonna keep that
Right, we're like
for
1.1
now. They're looking
off
into
of that, where we started
maybe
today.
some,
Plus.
And that doesn't, so that 1 point, the next
Can't
900,000
just say,
you're looking at, it's gonna be where you're raising.
Plus, health insurance, roughly 30,000.
I already added that back in. I added,
That you took out.
First aid kit, don't play.
we haven't approved, yeah, we haven't done that, so there's
Get
more.
a first aid kit, couple band-aids.
here's a
We
question.
just gotta come up with a number for a raise.
Here's a
Cause this
question.
budgeted at $2 an hour for every employee, right? Is that what the budget submission was? Other than like Roman added some, and then the elected officials are budgeted just a little higher. Question, Jay?
We was talking about the medical contract. There's still like a dentist on here, or not a dentist, the physician.
You have to have the physician.
They don't provide
No.
that in the contract.
My all-time favorite county council budget moment was when Tony Wolf asked Alan Harmon if we had a dental plan. He said, yeah, we got a dental plan. If it hurts, we pull it.
Dental was our big one there for a while when meth was bad, which that was the
Yeah.
bill that was driving us. Yellow. Yep, go ahead.
Man, animal shelter was the big next one, only one that I had to, that we needed to talk about.
That is in with the commissioner.
Who we are?
Animal shelter.
Commissioner.
Oh,
Animal shelter.
okay, right there.
I did have.
Where's that at?
Animal control, there it is.
Where's that at?
33,100.
It's a line item 3,500, but I don't.
Contract services.
Location 26. 626.
Okay.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
In the commissioners?
Yeah.
On this third page. So the note that is it too.
500,000 out. It was budgeted, but we're not doing it 26. And there's a whole medical contract in there if you want.
That,
There's some commissioners over.
I mean, just have to evaluate if it does go away, then all that shit's gotta go back on page one. But it probably won't.
What is
It's
all
just gonna
that?
be one giant lift up this. I wish we had more answers from the state on those types of things.
talking about this one.
Probably.
Let's see how.
Is that all the lines you saw? Maybe we can go through the other.
Nothing else accumulated, nobody's increases in that bad.
Well, a bunch, I mean, again, series 2, 3, 4, it's not, it doesn't make a difference, right?
It's all in the salaries and insurance.
How much is insurance going up?
Do we have that number, Mike?
But I mean, the reality is our budget.
Well, she didn't have it actually, so go up here, I don't
But that's in there.
But that's in,
Okay.
yeah, everybody.
Where are we at, like 25,000 per employee now? And we have 181 employees.
Well, that's 181 is just in the general. So, it'd be
Probably because of the all EMTs.
probably closer to 210, I'd say.
When I narrowed down on that number yesterday, all companies, I think it was about 250.
Makes sense. 25,740 per employee, is that right?
How much?
25,740. Bless you.
So it jumped up $40 a week.
Are we kicking the can down the road and talking about the animal services?
I don't know where, like, that's a commissioner decision.
Well, but, I mean, whether we're gonna fund it, are we gonna fund it the same as we did last year?
Us budgeting for it and them allowing it to be spent are two different pictures. I think we budget for animal services regardless of where they decide to spend it is the question.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to have
We have to have animal services, it's what the avenue,
where it goes, if it
Well,
goes.
but how much more did they request? Three.
I think they're up to
340,000.
300.
and that was EMICOR's request though, right? To the commissioners. Commissioner said that that number was given to them and that's why they put that in their budget.
Well, that and they talked about using some of that to hire a director that would be a county employee though, so then we'll have the insurance and the
Right.
benefits, all that on there.
But we would just rework the number in that budget. It'd be a transfer or whatever, but I don't know, I mean,
But they can't, that require us.
yeah.
How much are we gonna approve is what I'm getting at? I mean, are we approving the requested or?
They're asking 340, and then they're,
So like, this is where it's confusing. The commissioners are asking for it, it's in their budget, but they're putting their number in their budget based on this EMICOR company's number. Are we funding as a
Based on
council
whose-
this?
Based on whose number?
It's EMICOR, that's the company that they have the MOU with.
Yeah.
It's not a county employee or anything like
Right.
that, it's a number that we fund the commissioners and then they decide. So let's say we are, okay, we're not happy with where it is, obviously there's a lot of chatter, there's a lot of bad things, whatever. So we zero, but then they come up and they're like, all right, we're gonna move on, but we're gonna start a new company, then we don't have any money that we fund, I mean, it could be an additional appropriation, but I don't know what the answer is, cause you guys are still in negotiations, right? There's not a definitive answer there,
I find it hard that we can zero it because then.
just cause we budget it doesn't mean we have to spend it or appropriate it.
Right.
We just have to put a number in the budget so they can get it advertised, then we do the appropriations. So there's no, I don't know.
And it could be that this 340 goes not to EMICOR, goes to Joe Blow company that comes in, takes it over, or whoever else. It's not,
We do want to advertise high.
huh?
Yeah,
We want
always.
to advertise high.
always that, we have to advertise it.
We can't add two without an additional later in the year.
And we wanna advertise high, because we can always bring it
I
down
understand.
before we
Yeah, that part.
finalize it. So, and something else, and I don't know how this may affect, and they didn't, the state board of accounts just left here, and they were talking about vehicles. Well, vehicles for the animal shelters are under the commissioner's names. So, we're responsible for the insurance board. That may all change too, because they were questioning me about that.
But they're not employees of the county.
Why were we paying for insurance on those vehicles and supplying those vehicles?
Did I misinterpret what she said, Sharon said on the mic? Do we own this new building or we don't own this new building?
We own it.
We own it.
That's what she said
We own
before.
it.
Because we had,
No, I read it.
Yeah.
the
on the
commissioners
back.
signed the contract first, and they should have signed the contract for this new building. I brought it up, that they should have signed it, because that put them at liability if Corp didn't pay it. But then they said that the county would own the building.
So we own this new,
If they walked out, the county owns the building.
so just start a Gibson County Animal Control Service. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, we under a contract with Corp? Is it an MOU? What is it?
There's some type of contract, but I don't,
Gibson County contracts with Corp to provide animal services.
How frequently? Every year?
Is it a year to
You
year?
still have Fleetwood? You have Fleetwood?
Is that a nonprofit?
yes.
Corp, yeah.
And Sharon's, this MCorp,
Corp, she's.
MCorp, she
in
is,
charge of it.
her and several others are.
Of that
the
board.
MCorp. It's a,
It's a mess.
you think? Yeah, and it's one that needs to be solved.
It is. I can hear it.
I think we'd have to budget what we budgeted.
Oh, yeah,
Possibly
yeah,
Animal service.
small increase
Yeah.
and the commissioners
yeah.
pay it out of it if they want to do anything with it. That's where I am.
It's in the edit budget, right? That's where that animal shelter is.
And we need to put Matt in charge of
Commissioner's
that,
budget.
too.
General fund commissioner's budget.
Just that.
It always has been.
And you're wanting to do what? Zero? When you said
Approximately where we were last year. You mean zero increase or zero?
I'm
Not
asking you,
zero.
I'm asking you.
Leave it where it was last year.
And
or
any
provide a
increase
small
come from it.
increase, and then any other increase would come from it. They'd come to us with a proposal. Do an additional at that point.
All right, so Jeremy's recommendation, which I think I agree with, we just leave it alone. We don't do any increases until they figure out what they're gonna do.
Don't do any.
And then if they need an increase, they can come back. We can figure it out how to edit.
I agree.
So we're going to leave 33,100 at 8,000.
I'm trying to find it.
Now, who's gonna solve that?
It's in the
It's page
commissioner's budget,
3. the commissioner.
Commissioner Kenny.
the title.
But is it its own line or something?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there it is. So we're gonna go back to what, Jeremy, we're gonna go back to what we did in 2026?
Till they work.
8,000 for commissioners, for animal shelter, 200,000 for contract services for.
And it was eight.
Years of never increasing that until we did 2 years ago or last year, whenever, what was it? Has that been steady
Yeah.
since 2024?
Something
We're right
needs to be
where it was
done.
back in
It is a
2024.
mess.
They're throwing money at us.
100 to 200.
We got to
No, 105, 105, 105, 130, 150, 100, 200. Last year was a pretty big increase, 150 to 200.
We being better.
So are we keeping all the
They don't have direct.
We need better.
animal shelters all the same then?
Well, I don't know how you hire a director with the unknowns, so I am gonna lean with Jeremy on this. I think we fund it at 2026's levels, and then, once you guys figure out what you're gonna do, if you need more money, we're aware that that's gonna possibly be requested.
Okay.
Is everyone else,
I'm in
I
agreement.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Looking for.
right, but I don't know what you're gonna hire in this situation when we have all these unknowns, and
And what about the utilities? They went from 8,000 to 120.
but we're not even in the new building. It's not even close to being ready from what I'm being told. So I don't think we need to, that's gonna fall under the same statement I just made. Once it gets figured out, then we get the money figured out.
Yeah.
I don't wanna just throw a dart at something that
So
is,
we're gonna go 8,000, go back to what we did.
there's a ton of savings there,
Yeah.
right now.
Do what, Jay?
So it's 112.
The utilities, the contract and, animal service is gonna go back to 26 numbers.
40.
So 208.
Utilities. 112, Jesus.
No, there are two buildings. Cause there are utilities there, right?
I don't
I don't know.
I don't know what they have going on yet.
Well,
I know,
We had an open house, so I'm assuming that the.
There's so many
utilities are on.
questions on this.
Current building doesn't have it.
That's my understanding.
Didn't it, haven't the animals already been transferred over to the new
No,
building?
no, they've not been
That's
moved.
what gets me, cause, the guy that's always with Sharon, he told me that it was ready.
Yeah,
Nick
they
told
said
me
that
yesterday
before.
at the solid waste meeting that it wasn't ready,
I'm being told it ain't close.
so,
But, what, you're talking about Brad? Brad Stock?
he told me, you know, there was no.
that's
he said they're ready to move over.
$364,000
That's
there.
right, that was my understanding.
And-
This is the
and
number
Nick
we're
told
at
me
right
that It's not ready.
We borrowed it today, 1.78 is what we cut out today, Jeremy wants to get to like 2.4, so we're really close.
He
We
said
got
they
half
can
of it.
move it.
Well, that,
It should be done.
that could all
There's
be in
no
the
AC up
raises.
the old place.
Definitely, right? I mean, $1.
Really? Why don't they get moved?
Maybe get you half of it. And it's $2
They don't
projected,
have-
but there's other.
They have
areas we
people
need
that
to-
can move
What do we
all the
wanna
animals
put?
over there, don't they?
Yeah, a little about that.
Are we unilateral raising? We're not gonna lose.
Got a lot of
Yeah.
to
I mean,
do.
I know Roman has a request that's
Just
more.
need
I
direction.
think Andy's
Yeah.
request is more.
And
I'm not against the.
it was my understanding that Sharon will help with this, that she resigned.
Where you should give them
She
numbers.
resigned from,
Being the head of it?
no, being a lawyer.
well, here's a question
No,
for the
no,
three
no.
that's here on elected officials. If we give them the ability to raise it,
Who resigned? in the
then
prosecution?
them. If we give what you guys request and don't give
Can't think of
what
her
you
name
request
right
for
now.
them,
See, the scuttle was Mike.
filling on that.
Yeah, I can't think of her name. She's just tall. thin, like-
Yeah.
She conveniently doesn't listen when we ask her a hard question.
You- Elected officials are all requesting $2.50 an hour raise, okay? All the other employees requested $2, which probably is not gonna be able to happen. So, what if we give you the $2.50 and them whatever?
Here's what I thought, Mike has looked through that one a lot. We compared a lot of different salaries, and I think you said the second deputies are about where most counties are. The chief deputies are
let's
low,
call it 250,000 for 50 cent raise.
and then we are.
And they're requesting that way.
So right now.
And who's drastically low?
The elected officials.
Yeah.
Compared to the average of counties our size.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, if it's.
I can, yes, more questions.
so,
Well, 2 times.
So
just the
you would be
generic,
fine-
That right there.
you'd be able,
Okay, $2.
cause I know you guys
$2.
have to go back and work with these
$2 raise
people.
costs.
If you get a $2.50 an hour raise and they get a 50-cent raise,
No, to me, that's extreme. Yeah, that should maybe.
A million. Round it up.
Elected officials aren't on the salary,
they're on salary,
But they're,
but
they're figured on hourly.
yeah, I mean, it's not, it's just roughly, it breaks down to roughly $2.50 an hour if you broke it down, but if they are all salary.
That's it, what is it, 2,080 hours?
And the number that you
Yeah,
had
it's
here was that, which is.
Around $5,000.
That number is.
So-
Is that zero down?
Assuming that we.
Or is that spending including our interest and
That's assuming that we finish this year where we started.
They want to boost just the
You don't think the
regular
investment's gonna be-
employees.
I don't know.
$2.
30th or
I
something.
think everyone was very grateful for what we received.
Yeah, and I've talked to several people and I think they realize the circumstances that we're under with the new rules coming in effect on, and I think they understand that in the past several years, we've been trying to do better, but may not be able to continue doing that until all this is worked out somewhere. When the state makes up their mind what we're actually gonna get, because we're still in limbo and we don't wanna commit to something and 2 years down the line say, yeah.
And unfortunately, I think it's gonna be unknown for the next 3 to 5 years, cause every year they're kicking the ball one more year,
Until 2030.
and then who knows?
Can't even say that. Yeah, 'cause they changed their mind.
They already changed this legislation session, I mean,
Yeah, we don't wanna commit to something and then,
There's never been a budget hearing I've walked away from where I felt like we did a good job at raises. We never do enough, in my opinion. And we've done some monumental, a couple years ago, what Jeremy called generational, and it always wants to be more. But once we give it, we can't take it away, and then next year the state absolutely can take it away, and then we gotta figure out how to pay it again. So that's where we're at right now.
He's talking about
Said last year,
overall
we
raise,
gave
there'd be all the.
elected official a nice raise. He asked, so we thought we would ask too, you know, I mean, why not?
Are we, I haven't even looked, I should have looked, is the longevity pay budgeted? Okay.
I think it's budgeted, calculated, well,
Right.
that's commissioners, it's the same 50 a year.
Right.
I am gonna say, and Mike, you're probably gonna back me here, sorry, Tim.
Wow.
But some of the changes that you guys are talking about, we deal with those every day.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, you're right. I mean, Mary Ann somewhat, but not as much as we do. I mean, we're constantly having to listen to webinars and do things to try and figure out what they are changing and how that's gonna affect the county.
and then time you figure it out, they've changed it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's,
No, the ball's moving on us every time. We get in line with it, and then it moves again, and then it's just like, 2 more years, that's all I got left. Second to last budget. What do you want to do? Where are we at?
Guys, do you want me to make these changes that you recommended today before I advertise, or advertise it?
I'd say advertise the higher number, and then
That's what I'm thinking.
we can lower it, but we can't raise it, so if we mess
Yeah,
up.
we're not adopting the budget yet, so that's fine.
So if we come back later and go, oh, we forgot this altogether, we've got a little wiggle room in there.
Is my math right? Roughly a 50-cent raise costs, I'm just doing it for the sake of multiplication and division. A 50-cent raise costs us about 60 cents. Cause we're 20% over with, as long as it's not a new employee, FICA, Medicare, and PERF is about 20%. So if we take 60 cents, again, for incrementally, 60 cents times 180 employees,
225,888.
so so 225.
So a dollar.
225,000 per 50 cent.
Right, $1 is gonna cost us $500,000, the $2 raise is gonna cost us $1 million. And we only levy growth by 900,000.
So $1 decrease over the proposed would save us
500,000. And that gets you almost exactly to the number you wanted to be on.
What were those numbers again, a 50-cent raise would cost?
225.
Costs us 60. A 50-cent raise costs us 60 cents because we have to pay 13% for PERF roughly and 7.65.
So roughly, if we, every 50 cents costs us $225,000, roughly, there's ballpark numbers there.
How many
Out of the
employees?
general.
181, roughly.
And
Out
we're
of the general.
We're working backwards, so we're saying every 50 cents under $1 would be a decrease in our budget
What?
of about
Right.
225,000, 250, whatever you want to call it.
Cause it's budgeted,
You
so
see
we're
how
looking at
it's already what we're
$2.
looking at.
That is the part you can't control. You can't take it away.
I'm just still thinking on fuel. What was fuel like for the sheriff's department? You know, they're paying out of that fleet maintenance fund, and fleet maintenance is not on general. How much is coming out?
He has a fuel line, yes.
How much is coming out? How's fuel look, over time, since 2020, whatever's back? And then what's that fuel like in, fleet maintenance? Is that all going to fuel?
Fuel.
Fuel spend.
Gasoline
Is
oil.
that for the sheriff or the
32,401.
total?
It's a flat line almost as far as the year to year. The to date year,
Well,
it's high.
So they have budgeted
99,000. Right.
90, and they're at 75.
so far this
No,
year,
but
they have spent 81.3 in fuel.
When he runs out, that's gotta go to the other line, we're not, and you know where that fuel's going.
Line by line. Just a joke.
That is a hard line discussion.
So, start out, you're looking at the sheriff's fleet maintenance. fund.
No, I'm looking at the sheriff's general fund fuel.
Gas, he's got,
So he is paying fuel out of the
He's paying for fuel out of the
fleet maintenance?
as well.
Okay. So that means he's at 160,000 on fuel this year between the two.
yeah.
But as long as he's paying for those out of that fund for gas. Just
So is
killing
it-
our mileage.
So we,
He's paying for
we
oil
decide
changes
anything
and
on
all that, tires, all
salary?
that other
Well,
stuff.
there's a lot of questions there.
So for this year, he's already.
I think they're
trying to find money.
Yes.
So he's gonna surpass that 99.
That's my guess.
No.
Cause he asked,
Can you just start diverting to that fund?
he asked for 90 for this year.
How much
Or this was adopted 90.
He's already
And
close
he's
to
already
80.
spent 75.
How much is it going up, the total if you
It's
put,
pretty flat. It's 70, 90, 80, 70.
including fleet, what's in fleet
But
maintenance?
fleet maintenance, he's spent 81 already in fuel.
So he's doubled.
Yeah.
Last year in the sheriff fleet maintenance, they spent 108.
So he's tripled.
So see, I mean, yeah. Yeah,
And he's got a lot more vehicles now that are than he did before too.
A lot bigger vehicles.
Well, from working the road, I can tell you none of them got good gas.
Those little Explorers get worse gas mileage than those big ass Tahoes, believe it or not.
And the cars, you'd think
Terrible
that
gas
they
mileage.
would've got good. I think they got a chip in there that about 9-10 miles a gallon is about the best they
They're
get.
All right, I've asked for written policies or procedures governing escort, transport details, current fee schedule charged for those services, annual revenues from the program each of the past 3 years, annual expenditures from the program past 3 years.
Could you add like a list of vehicles and mileage?
Current balance
And who
of any account or fund associated with the program,
I just sent you.
name of the fund or account where program revenues are deposited,
And mileage and
description of
who
the
they're-
best custody of funds.
who they're
description of
assigned to.
Right.
Participating merit deputies and reserve deputies are compensated. County resources utilized in the program, vehicles, fuel, maintenance, uniforms, equipment, communications, equipment, insurance, and then sport. State Board of Accounts guidance, and you ask,
list of vehicles, mileage, and who they're assigned to. Cause there's people that I know have cars that probably have not worked the road in ever.
Well, one that I know somebody, and nothing against him, but he's got a new Tahoe, and it just sits over there at the court.
It's funny because his Explorer had like 26,000 miles on it. Like
Yes.
even the new Tahoe.
list of vehicle
He did not.
assignments,
He did not.
mileage, list of vehicle assignments, mileage, and what?
Who's assigned to the car? Is it a take-home car or not?
Yeah.
We need to know how many take-home cars do we have out there? 'Cause it's more than our full-time deputies. Actually.
Okay, so list of vehicle assignments, who's assigned?
And who
Mileage.
gets take-home?
Mileage and what was the
Is it a take-home or not?
list of vehicle assignments, who's assigned, who gets taken home, mileage, that's it.
Yeah. If he has historical mileage data, then we can see where the miles are going like this. Did we start, what did the mile look like in January compared to what it looks like now? Because that's the big question that we're all getting asked right now. How many miles are these cars gonna put on it because of this escort?
When did that start?
Alright, that's what I'm saying, historical mileage data, does he have that?
And then, what I'm also hearing is they have people off, and then they're off doing that, and they pay overtime for.
I'm as well. Do you got what you need from us for advertising? At $6 billion. Advertise 6 billion, and then we'll go down from there.
Did you ever stop on a wage?
Well, the auditor and next year's clerk do not want wages, is what I was told.
Oh, that.
Well,
He said divvy it up.
Divvy it out.
assuming we're right that it's approximately $225,000 per 50 cents of raise, right? That would come off of the proposed.
Correct.
So if we did $1.50, that's 225,000 less than proposed. I don't think you have to go make a bunch of changes right now, and we can see what it looks like. So
Are we gonna keep everybody level? Because Roman has asked for an increase of over and above for his employees.
That was an accident. Didn't he say that was an accident?
No, he did that on purpose.
He took it out.
He did take it.
He did.
So he's back to normal. Okay.
That's
He
right.
said he apologized yesterday.
No, I mean, we've had a conversation about it, but I didn't know it got
But are
taken
you
out.
saying, so?
No, that was my question, because he's
So
the only
we
one
wanna
that
see
knows.
the items that we said we would
Yeah.
strike,
Remove what we did, show us these numbers,
and they can still show it at a $2 raise, and we
Correct.
can work the math to see
And we
where
can go
that
there.
puts us, and we can see the.
and leave the
total.
elected officials where their request is at. Leave Andy where his request is at, and we'll go from there.
What do we do though, I'm gonna back up, what was the fuel request then, and
He didn't make it any higher than it has been in the past.
9,000.
What is it, 9?
9,000, I
He
think.
went up 9,000.
but the fleet maintenance, the amount of it that's in the fleet maintenance fund is all new fuel since 2.5 years ago.
Correct.
Like, you're
Yes.
saying it's tripled, but is 2/3 of it in the fleet maintenance?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and do we just budget that whole thing, or do we,
No, we gave him wait, what do you mean?
I'd like to have information on that before we put that high of a fuel budget in that fleet maintenance fund.
Okay.
Does that make sense or no?
We have to appropriate that.
Well, you say appropriate, but if we approve a budget with a line item in it for that, we just appropriate it.
Correct.
That can be spent again. But I think that number needs to be, it depends what kind of response we get here, but if you advertise it, we still are able to go and make cuts after you advertise between
Oh,
now and.
yeah.
We can go lower, we can't go higher.
And we can go higher as long as you cut something else.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So we're looking at that.
Calculate.
And then another item that we can talk about, if everybody will, I think I've talked to many of you, I know I
You
talked
don't
to
run it
Kenny.
without with the raises that are in there, and then we're gonna see where we're at, and then subtract
Okay.
from
Well, I
there,
know where there
see
is.
where we need to be.
So-
And just looking at our historic funds too, our general funds, they are on the downside. They're down about $1 million too, so I'm just throwing that out there.
That's what I was telling Derek, we're down about $1 million, but we've held steady pretty well throughout the years, does that make sense? Like, we're consistently down about $1.2 million, $1.5 million. On that, you sent that to everybody, or no, just me? Did that month by month budget came out to everybody?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. I felt like we've been pretty flat since January. We were down
Yeah,
in December and with the encumbered experience.
Mary Ann said that big boost though, a lot of people paid their taxes in full.
But
So our
that's not-
second draw might not be what it normally is.
But that wasn't accounted for in the last, we didn't have the June 30th balance yet, right?
Yes, the last one we just got like a day or two ago.
Gotcha. I didn't look.
You know, Jeremy, don't get it on the touch.
I didn't.
I got it.
I didn't look at it, I was looking for that other one. So then where did that shake out then?
I'm looking.
Did that make it look that much better, or is that still?
You're talking about the general fund number at the end of June 30th? Is that the
Versus the prior year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's increased.
from when?
The other thing, yeah, we've gotta remember,
June 30th is, no, it's down. It's down. Let me hold it down here.
He needs it way out there, I need it like.
1.4, 1.6,
Huh?
1.5. I mean, all of that down happened in January. Did we encumber something significant maybe? That we paid in January?
Cause year to year, it's been going up, and then the last,
We deficit spent, but it looks like we did it beautifully. It looks like a soft landing.
Like we planted it. And we're trying to correct that now for 27's budget, so.
But we also, so one thing that I didn't account for the prior year though was the decrease in tax caps. Tax caps are coupons that the state gave the taxpayers to not pay us money, right? If their property tax bill for a residence is over a percent, they pay the percent. We don't get to collect that money. So when we're having that whole TIF conversation about who's impacted and who gets more, the tax caps can be reduced. I think our reduction in tax cap for countywide might have been less than 200,000, but that helped. But that interest is kind of steadily diminishing. So last year when we gave another solid raise, and regardless of what we look at, we know health insurance is going to go up every year a little bit. It's pretty predictable. They usually give us 3 years in advance. But these pay increases that we've been able to give the last 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, probably 3 years, probably aren't sustainable in the current system, and that makes up the majority of the budget increase every year. So that's why we're skimming through those series 2, 3, and 4 because they largely don't make a real big difference. And this year they were all pretty similar, right? I mean, we had some contract changes, but nothing major. But the fear is that when that interest goes away, we can't make up that revenue, and then we're in deficit for a while. So wanted to get back to
No deficit
this year. We intentionally set up a budget that if things didn't go well, we might spend into our reserve, and it looked like we did a little bit right at the beginning of the year, and then we've
What do we have in our reserve?
held pretty stable.
How much is in our reserve?
Well, when I say reserve, I mean our general fund.
Okay.
But the general fund got down to what, 3 million?
Where you get that?
She
Christie
emailed it to you.
that
Christie,
us.
you got Tom on the email chain yet?
Christie, do we have a
Or do we
Randy Day
have
fund?
anybody connected a printer that we can print that? Or no?
I could email to you.
Do
Can
we
I
have
print
a-
it?
Do we have a Randy Day fund?
No.
We have, but you could say what you have in the bank, or what you're drawing interest on,
No, we have an investment account.
investments, I guess.
I wish I had
Couldn't that be considered a Randy Day fund?
Well, we have a rainy day fund. There's a rainy day fund out there.
he's gonna try to print it. and
How much
she's
is
gonna
in
send it
that?
to you.
I mean, I've seen those numbers on the
Do you know how much is in
general
that?
fund as low as under $1 million.
Probably in this here.
Alright, I gotta make sure that is saved. Go back to, I wish I could project to the screen up there.
Tom, we knowingly deficit spent the last couple of years with the understanding where our investment accounts were at. And we did that to give the raises and everything with the understanding we can't continue this
Yeah.
pattern.
Jeremy, we talked about
Okay,
that last week.
okay.
And really, when you say knowingly deficit, we knowingly passed a budget that wasn't balanced.
But it was.
And
really.
then in the first year, that 2023, that first full year after interest rates started to go up, we got a little bit of a surprise. Remember, I showed you that, how much that interest had gone down. But we were pleasantly surprised then with the fact that we got those interest rates. ARPA helped out a lot, that we were able to get some things done that we didn't have to pay for over the next couple of years because it kind of got front loaded, so.
So we passed a budget that showed deficit spending is what it meant. I think we've overcome it every year, have we not?
And then I'll say we're gonna use next year's balances kind of as a report card. And, I still can't remember, there had to have been something at the end of December, beginning of January that we did, but hang on a second. Uh-oh.
Well, it used to be Eeyore. What's that generic ringtone? It used to be Eeyore. Get on to him.
Can I project to that, or what is that even for? Is that just for back here?
No, that's the camera.
can I go over that back there?
Can I airdrop it?
You getting all tech savvy over there. Can I airdrop it? I don't even know how to airdrop. My kids try to airdrop me stuff. I'm like, what?
Can you just send it to her email?
She did.
You should have it. I mean, I got it the other day.
Who's it from?
York. Search York. It's
York?
from Christy, but the email is
How did
K York at July 15th is when I got that email from her, guys.
Yeah, at 3:47 p.m.
Really curious.
July what?
15th.
No, we should.
Hopefully,
I don't have anything.
Hopefully not.
On July 15th.
Hopefully we're about done.
I didn't get it.
I got one from Derek for storm damage assessment.
All right.
Emmy from Court. Sleaterbob@gmail.com.
Slater Bob.
Oh, shoot, I can
That's what people
forward it.
just call me in modern day all the time.
Yeah.
All right, we have in our cumulative building fund $1.3 million right now, cum building. We get about roughly, let's call it 325,000 a year that comes in for that. The edit fund balance is strong. It's at about 7.3 million. Part of the cause of that, when we built the jail, in order to not have to go through a formal bonding process, which would have been incredibly more expensive than our expensive, cheaper way of doing it that we did, we had to commit that property tax dollars wouldn't be on the hook to pay the bills. If we could do that, then we got a better rating, we got a better rate. And by the way, like on that deal, we rushed that process. At the same time that we figured out the interest rates were going up and Mary Ann started to invest, we also hurried up and sped the process to lock that in. If we'd locked it in a month later, rates would probably been 1.25% more. So we were very fortunate when we got in with that. Then there were some delays in the process. We were paying cheap money on the amortized interest, and we were able to go out and take the money that we borrowed and invest it at 4.5%. So we got ahead in that fund a little bit. So one of the funds is gonna have a tab across the bottom for that jail fund. But the delays actually, because we'd already ordered things and were able to pre-order and have them preset with the cost, and then we had that big chunk of money sitting there, that helped us out in that jail fund as well. Bottom line, we have to commit $550,000 out of the edit budget every year until that thing's over, in case there's not enough money in the public safety or the jail lit. It is going to be confusing if they change it in the jail lit to pay the lease payment every year. Well, let me see here. That jail fund, when we modeled it, it was modeled at $156,000 a month of distributions for about $1.85 million. That's what we expected. That's what we borrowed money against. This past year, 2025, it was $189,000 a month, so closer to I think that ended up being 2.27 million. We're on pace right now for 2.4. So hopefully we'll have an excess in there, and then there'll be other things that we could
300,000.
talk about using those project funds. So that's revenue increases. That's an income tax. That's Gibson County residents that are paying that tax. So that's strong. The reason I'm telling you that is we found out last year. Christy asked near the end of the year. I think you were on that. We asked Matt Eckerly, can we use that? And we can. We don't have to bank that $550,000 a year. So their balance has kind of increased in the edit from 5 million to 7 million. So this year I've asked, can we use that 550,000 this year? We could try to go through hoops to take it out of the jail lit fund, but we might as well use the 550 that was budgeted in edit to be able to
pay for at least part of the demo. Possibly more, but we can look at that for sure. That's something that we're gonna be talking about. But that edit balance is very strong. The correctional rehab fund balance is very strong. If you get that, oh, Mike, you won't get it till you get home. You ready for these? County edit distribution monthly has really gone up. 2026 looks like the monthly is averages about 345,000 a month. COIT, we get about 110,000 a month. That's going into the general fund.
Used to get all.
So we didn't really budget that increase either.
Used to get this one all.
I get it every month. Yeah, I guarantee you get it.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some months we have gotten, but close. We haven't gotten our riverboat money. That comes in August.
No, he's talking about this right here.
Yeah, I know. I heard that, but there are a couple months that we haven't seen. We haven't gotten that much money. But it's a lot more to update. Christy, I don't think you have to update all of these tabs for us, but just that month over month. I think that's when we started not getting it as frequently, was when you made it awesome.
25.
It has all this extra info on there. Interest on the investments.
Jimmy used to have to borrow money to pay with paper.
I didn't know you guys would get it.
That's the Bible. That's
Looking on back seat.
Yeah, the report card.
I agree.
Yeah, this paper stopped in 24. It doesn't have 25 or 26.
Yeah, it is.
26.
That one doesn't?
No.
I don't know, mine does.
That one.
The paper doesn't.
It does no good.
The printer may not be.
That's weird, it's doing the same thing, isn't it?
Didn't do a whole lot.
The set printer.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is, that's what it is. That's what.
All right, I gotta get back. We're done. Yeah, I do.
You were supposed to have the whole day.
I did. I know. I did. When you said we wouldn't have the whole day, I started scheduling shit.
So we just got to sit here and silence.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and look at each other.
I'm on an apple.
Probably. Onum and Nolta.
Did you ride it by?
No.
It's,
I thought we were gonna be here till late, we were talking about.
This used to be 2 days a month, all day long, for
Oh,
3
man.
months,
All day long.
all day long. Now we're down to not even a half a day. But when your finances are a lot better, you can see how low the numbers used to get.
so are we done with the meeting, are we calling?
Now, hang on a
Can't get
minute,
that
we don't
off
need
it.
Derek. So,
I'll wait.
so this is where
He's
it was
called
down
15.
about 1.4, 1.5 million roughly
I
in
know what you told me,
January.
we don't
But
need
we're
to be
still
here
1.5, we're still 1.5, we're still, so that tells me that we're humming along pretty good. Now, 3.1, I don't like, that, it makes me nervous to be lower than 3 million.
He's being mean
Our
to me,
balance
Kim. I need you
before
to
we get our
take care
June
of
draw.
this.
I don't wanna see it at 3, but like in the fall, we were at 5, and then we were at 3, so hopefully we'll start January again, at 3.
We'll get that in email.
You will, and then the
You
important
should.
thing
You
to
need to.
remember, there are all these
think
different
she has.
tabs.
okay.
Sometimes, a lot of times you get a spreadsheet, it doesn't have that many different tabs, but she has a whole ton of information on here. Cume building, highway, how much is in the jail fund there, revenue history by fund, so it shows us like how our county edit, our COIT, our rehab, how all of those income taxes have gone up.
It's really good
Our
document.
revenues from income.
So she didn't have your email.
Yeah.
So there's some factors that are pushing.
She got it now.
She's got mine now, too, doesn't she?
You got Tom's email too?
She,
I will get it.
Okay.
she said she'd get it over there.
Yeah, so ideally we have a float where like last year we talked about it and we're like, hey, we're gonna budget that we might spend $500,000 of our reserve. We might, but it's okay because we had built that reserve up, but we wanna ebb and flow with that, right? We don't
What
wanna,
name's up there?
we wanna be able to see that and then be able to give raises later if we need.
I'm
to.
here now.
Now, I guess we'll talk about the rest of the budget next meeting.
That was what I didn't wanna gloss over. We didn't do much off general fund. Do we wanna really just let that ride, or did guys see,
The, like,
did we see,
like what?
like highway
Yeah.
and all of those things?
The off fund?
Yeah, and I think, I feel like the last 3 or 4 years, we haven't really,
I think we
that,
should.
that highway budget, we haven't felt like we've had to scrutinize very much. They maintain their balances and stuff, but are there items on there that you saw that you wanna talk about?
On like the others,
Uh-huh.
I'd have to go through it and see.
So we loosely did, we did the big ones. We looked at the public safety lit, we looked at, but we didn't look at the health department. We
Yeah.
typically don't, we just check their fund balance
Yeah,
and
there-
make sure they're not going down.
Some questions on that, you know.
On health,
2 public nurses.
did she add?
Yeah, well.
You mean, you thought?
Yeah.
You can go, Derek, if you need to, we can look at those off generals, and I think we'd still be out of here by noon. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Don't you look at me like, hey, you missed one whole meeting. All right. The hard part's done. All right. Good work. Good work, team.
Well, I guess how does she get paid? Where does she get, what's her pay? What's she under?
Where's the health money come from, or?
No, where does, where?
There's 2, there's 1159 and 11, there's a local health maintenance and
There it is, okay, there's another one,
there should be,
1161, no?
it comes out of like 3 different,
Okay,
Maybe.
maybe it's something like part of the counselor.
eleven
educator?
61. Is there 1206? That doesn't have it either, does it? Where is the,
Where you looking for?
in the health department, where does the actual salary, there's salary for something. Health department, school
Most
grant,
salaries are funded out of 59 and 61.
1159.
Yeah, 59.
There's your public
is
health
a
nurse.
Property tax levy fund. 1161 is the state money that they're trying to initiate better health for our community.
But I don't think, were there any big changes in there? Just the pay raises?
She wants a food service inspector and
Yeah,
just down in
that was
contract
one of my
services.
questions there. Food service
Do you
inspector.
guys have 31,200 in that line? Because that was a change that was made.
21,200 in ours.
Yeah, see.
Should be 31.
She made that change, at your council meeting last week. So we already had these budgets printed when that came up.
Okay.
What budget is that in?
1159, and it's line 33202.
Yeah, food service inspector.
Make it 31,200.
That was in the addition.
Why is that in series 3? Is that gonna be a contract, man?
Yes, because she wants to pay this person like $25 per hour.
And do we already have one?
Well, it seems to me
Yeah, we
like
always
the
have.
person
I thought we did.
has enough on their plate, and because of all the food trucks and things, this has grown.
Yeah.
And so they're looking to use a contract person to help with that.
And that's,
Is her fund balances on this one?
Shoot, is her revenue on here? It's not, is it?
No, for 1159, her cash is 418,000. In Fund 1161, her cash is 662,670.
And how much she get in the 1159 a year?
So they collect year, their revenue, including their property tax roll, was $250,531.
So,
So their revenue per month runs between $4,000 and $5,000.
so there's no way that that number is gonna be covered. Her budgeted in 1159 is 526,000. She has 300 and something, and she gets 5,000 a month. It's not gonna.
Plus the property tax that she collects per year.
But that's in that other. If
It's gonna be 11.
how much she get last year or this year or last year? Let's go last year because that's a full year.
For
11,
total revenue,
1159.
yeah, I don't know. Can't be sure.
How much she got this year?
This year so far, it's 250,000, so she should collect $500,000 by the time the year's over.
So she's gonna be,
So, yeah, she's been sustained,
yeah,
she's deficits that.
yeah.
Question for you on that, in the commissioner's budget, you have the highway building, $255,000, what kind of money you need for that? For the highway building, you have budget $255,000. Do you know why that kind of amount would be budgeted for that building?
Kim mentioned was.
They're making, making offices for the street road crews.
Right.
And then I think there's
Tire
a
changing station.
move. And then there,
Spent $225,000 improvements.
and then building, like a lean-to for the plows.
Riverboat and rainy day.
Okay, some equipment.
For the, where that sits out now.
Okay, I just saying, I mean, nice building, why they gotta do 255? I would ask Matt if he here, but
Yeah.
I thought maybe you'd know.
Aerial
I
photography.
knew that they was making all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
He's just trying to find more to,
Right.
I thought that
road.
photography came out of some budget she
Our
had,
roads are,
or some line item she had.
I think we got the best roads anywhere around.
well, look at
She's got
Vandenberg.
it included in her.
Vandenberg is,
Terrible.
oh no, it's wonderful.
Oh, really? All the county roads?
They have just about zero gravel roads. But now we've got more rural areas than they have.
Yes, we
But,
do, considerably.
Yeah, but now I'm talking about the chip and seal roads that we have. You know, the maintenance, you got it.
You see,
The chip and seal programs has to go, and the paving programs have to go.
Yeah, I'm looking, trying to find a revenue right now.
she said,
Down in,
Oh, my.
down there. But these were good blacktop roads.
Oh, well, now,
Surprised
some
they
of
were-
them are.
Well,
I was surprised they were
That's some of
blacktop.
the,
Much to go
yeah, the TIF did that.
Oh, okay.
That's like the
Yeah,
Toyota.
got it,
about
Yeah.
50,000.
okay.
Yeah,
But I was surprised where they were at, they were so nice, real nice blacktop
that,
roads.
that's a road to Toyota.
Okay, but then, no, this one goes through.
And now you go 350 to Ford,
I
350 to
understand.
350.
Okay.
Same with a super slab right now.
Yeah, right,
She doesn't,
Working on that forever.
yeah.
That super slab, it's been
They've had
crammed
to
out
build.
for
I mean, she's got,
You mean they haven't got that blacktop yet?
No,
They're starting
but
to
then,
get,
Oh, they did?
yeah,
they're by Roy Lynch, you
Well-
know where Roy Lynch lives?
they're starting on the north end.
Okay,
And they're headed to this side.
And then they started chip and sealing yesterday too.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, well, they got the new machine Saturday.
I didn't know they had it yet.
Derek went down and got it. And evidently state of the art,
Yeah.
chip and seal.
new distributor truck.
They sold the other one.
Yeah, yeah, and then, got a new chip,
They asked for quite a bit
chip
more for
spreader.
public health nurse, that's $9,000 more, $4,500.
What?
See those numbers. That's got all the numbers.
Yeah. That's the general.
Yeah, about $1,400,000 below everything this year. So Jeremy, how much we're gonna be able to afford? Have we decided how much we're gonna need for new braces?
No, they're gonna update the numbers for everything that we scratched today, a lot of that, like from the sheriff's department and stuff. And then he's gonna lead the $2 an hour raise in to advertise, okay, just to advertise, because we can always take it down.
Right.
And then we know that every 50-cent increment of raise that we go down, so if we do $1.50,
Cost us.
that's roughly $225,000 less than what he has.
Right.
If we do $1, 440. So we're just gonna do the math on that, series one, and then determine what the raise amount will be.
What about the elected officials? We decided anything on that? Were they gonna
We
go-
haven't yet, no, we're gonna look at what,
I think we're gonna take them down like $10 an hour from last year.
we didn't decide anything on salaries yet, because we don't know how much we have available to do it.
Just don't get
You know what I
this guy any
mean?
raise.
Conceptually, I guess we can talk about whether or not to give them
What we gonna give the
somewhat more that they're requesting, huh?
elected officials, that something out?
Yeah,
What we gonna do?
Call this meeting and shut the cameras
I
off.
say you do the same as employees.
I think we're going through the off general right now.
Okay.
I don't know where. I don't know what her budget was before, I mean, it looks like,
It's up 40,000 in,
I guess what I mean though is those years like 2024, 2023, historically, some of the offices don't spend all their budget. They have it budgeted, but they don't. Her spend looks like it's kind of steadily increasing out of that fund, but
Who you talking about?
Health department.
Oh,
yeah, we're just trying to look at, we know what her fund balance is, but when you look at her, the income coming into that fund, it's not sustainable to do what she's doing, but if that, the first thing was the pay raises, I'm sure we're not gonna do that, right?
Yeah.
For the nurses.
Health department.
Yeah, we have to decide if we're gonna add that new food service person or not. And if we leave it in there right now, we still have to put it in salary ordinance to pay them, right?
yeah.
Did we already do that?
Oh, the contracted
That's a
position?
contract.
Yeah, the food service person is going to be a contract.
Should be contract, okay.
And that was at 31.2 instead of 21.
Yeah. If we took that out, it would get her back to where she's in budget. I think we just take it out and then tell her if she wants to make some other changes, then to come up with that, then that's what we'll have to do, because she's deficit spending and
I think she leaves it in there as long as she can, and if she can't handle it going forward, if it's spinning down her balance, we'll have to, we could cut it. I don't know. She needs the position, I guess. She's hiring it on contract versus, is that a new person or is she replacing somebody?
I just think she said that the workload has grown enough that Ron can't handle, mainly the food trucks is what she said.
yeah, if we leave it in there, it's fine. I think we just need to bring it up to her that you're spending more than you're bringing in. You're gonna have to figure something out, because there's plenty in there to cover next couple years at least. But after that, then something's gonna have to give somewhere in there.
How easy, once you're in front of your computer, Christie, is it to see a report of her, like historical
is her historical fund balance going down or up? Like, okay, we've got that noted though to talk about. What other one where else are we? Highway, what else did we have off general? Did you have anything else you looked at? Mr. Tom?
No.
Highway.
I get dialed in on the big number that I look at the sheet, but I can't imagine, I mean, Holden's never gone over on,
No.
he does a lot of stupid, no, I'm kidding. But they didn't ask for any new employees, they did all their switching up.
Within. No, that was.
They already hired.
Yeah, that was last year.
There was a lot, yeah.
And,
They're just asking for regular pay raises, I suspect, they didn't have anything.
right. And then building.
Yeah.
Right, Mike?
Well, yeah, I had the
Yeah.
question, they had
Yeah.
$250,000,
Yeah, I talked to Matt the other
44,502
day.
budgeted for the building out there.
What does their budget look like compared to the prior years? It's up, it's down actually,
Yeah,
in Q Bridge.
right.
Yeah, not bad.
Perfect.
You think
He's balanced.
you think he's balanced? Okay.
Yeah. Little bit of whatever.
He's finding money for the road.
And then I did a brief, but I didn't see anything tricky in like, 911 or like the record, or,
Yeah.
Only thing I'm seeing in King Bridge is the stone and gravel doubled, but
Yeah.
I'm looking back, it does that every few years.
yeah.
I'd say it gets low and has to restock.
Actually,
Stabilization, he's,
Bituminous, is that, what's that?
that's gravel, I think.
No,
No, that's the spray stuff.
Asphalt.
Right.
it went up $1 million.
And then,
Well, we don't- no,
That's what, 0531?
yeah. Never saw that. Where's Clint?
I didn't
Clint? Did you find Clint Bridge? Cumulative Bridge?
It's the very first one on the highway.
You're kidding. Well, the silly guy. Something I had on there. What else did I better say? 44,501.
Can you pull up the fund balance of 0531?
Has 5.1 and 1176
Uh,
has 1 million, so you're talking 6.1 million between
I did have a question.
and change.
And what was the two funds again?
Safety. Went from 4,000 to 28,000. Safety, is that glasses?
Glasses, your
Supplies.
Oh, they're going for, instead of wearing those vests, he's wanting to get actual, shirts, uniforms. I don't know if
Why
that's.
wouldn't he put that under union?
And also having 1.7
All over the place. By tunes. Right.
Those, yeah, that's the asphalt that went up by.
asphalt or oil like for chip and seal
Yeah.
bituminous.
We need to talk.
Hmm?
Another thing we need to talk about, Andy, where he approached us with.
We do, and he wanted to go from 51 to 62,000.
Yes, I think maybe we'll, I don't know. We need to discuss that. And Bill talked about having their,
Oh, I didn't have no to buy two.
this computer support too, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Is that a contract though?
That contract, we paid
That's
that.
just, they tell us what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
$385.
Yeah.
That's it. That's absolutely ridiculous
I know it is.
for the pay
What,
that.
what's that?
Computer support, $385,000.
How's that from,
For countywide,
Yeah.
like from,
Well,
like
that does,
Parish
I'm sure that does
Consulting?
not include the jail, cause they had their own, didn't they?
Really?
It does not include the sheriff's department because they have their own person.
Yeah.
Right.
Sheriff's not in there. So does that include hardware, if they need all new hardware, or was that included?
No, it doesn't.
It don't include anything except,
Them coming and checking it out if you have a problem?
Like Parish Consulting.
Yes.
Parish, or is it, the other one, BCS?
Oh,
BCS
yeah,
does the
there's
phones.
there are probably more than one.
BCS does the phones and the,
And Parish does all
Now,
the
where's that
Fire.
line, Mike?
fire equipment, the alarms, and the cameras. And then
And then
Parish
Parish
does,
does the computer.
Parish does all the computers. BCS does all the telephones, the fire equipment, and cameras, security,
Okay.
and the swipes.
But now,
But
where's that line? How
is,
much?
What is, where am I at here now?
It's
Oh,
385,000.
It's under commissioner's budget.
is
Under
that,
what?
Commissioner's budget.
It's under computer.
it's under computers, so that would be
Yeah.
Parish.
What was it last year?
300.
350, or was it?
I don't know now, I can't remember, I just wrote my notes quick. What is it?
It's 31,800.
I guess the
Under
math
commissioners.
is justified, isn't it? Here.
Well, they spent 188,000 already. Gosh, 188.
We're pretty happy with it.
Right.
How can you spend that kind of money on a
Came
computer?
down in here, went up. and
That's
down.
for regular maintenance, for them to come in and do.
188, they spent 6 months, 188,000. What's people, that's absolutely.
What are you clicking on, Mike?
Huh?
To screw stuff up.
I've had
Knock
the
on
same
wood, I haven't done
laptop.
that yet.
I've had the
It's
same
pretty high. I
laptop
don't know,
for
do
10
they- and
years
they
and
don't,
it's still
I don't, are
working
they
good for me.
24/7?
What's that?
I've had my same laptop
And they
for 10
maintain
years and
their
it's still working. I've never
servers.
had any
Keep
service
them
on it.
updated.
We
I
couldn't get an
cannot
IT person to
believe
do
what
it
they spend on that.
ourselves. I mean, they
Cause I looked through that.
They
Oh,
spent,
they do.
That was
They
the-
they
don't-
spent
don't-
325,000
I
and
mean, most
25.
of it is, the cost is. the
That
equipment,
included new
which is not
hardware,
gonna-
periodically,
That's
and
just
I could
computers.
understand
cheaper
that, but that's
than we
not
could get it.
hardware,
The
nothing.
I tell you, I tried to get
This
my
doesn't
wife,
include the equipment.
her
That's what I'm saying.
nephew
It's just the labor.
owns PC Quest out of Evansville.
Oh, really? Yeah, I used to deal with him
And,
years ago when he started.
I said,
They
why
come
don't you
to take
come to the
care of it.
county and try, cause they won't
Okay,
go.
did she have
He said,
notes about the
"Mine's a lot
nurses
higher than
asking
what
for, just generally
Par-
asking for more
Parish
money?
was."
So I think we take those, are we gonna do anything extra for those public health nurses or leave them at consider the same type of raise that we're giving everybody else? Right?
I'd say same type of raise,
So we'll
yes,
put them in at 2 and then we'll
yes.
pick them back up,
What
whatever
did
we
we say
decide
we
to do with
did
the
on
rest.
electric officials?
We don't know yet.
Gonna fire
What do you
him.
wanna do? You wanna go ahead and
Do
commit
the
to
same
something?
as employees,
Huh?
50 cents, same as employees.
Well, we don't know yet
Well, I know,
if
that's what you
that's where we're
say.
gonna end up. but-
Whatever we do with employees.
Well, Mike's not worth 50 cents.
What about Andy?
Did you recognize that look?
What was the reasoning
Yeah.
for
Did
Andy?
you? Okay.
He does have quite a bit.
Besides he just wants more money.
You know, some people don't understand that, you know?
That's, maintenance, Andy is, right?
Yeah. What,
Courthouse, yeah.
you
all
remember
the
his
buildings.
All the
reasoning,
buildings.
All the bill, he takes care of all the
why he wanted
custodians.
more?
How many custodians do you have?
New buildings, more buildings,
You don't know?
then he's just
3 or
absorbing
4.
it,
Does he have
and
3 or
not
4 now?
asking for an extra
Andy
person,
does all
right?
the
I mean, he
work.
doesn't, he just has his,
Yeah.
he doesn't really have an
Does all the
assistant for that stuff? Is that his reasoning?
And obviously underpaid.
Oh, he's underpaid.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
have no
doubt
idea.
he's underpaid for what, the value he brings to the county, he's underpaid.
Yes,
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's just what we justify, you know, with among all everything else. I'd say we take him to 60.
What's the other department head?
Well,
I mean, that's, like, you want me to compare him to an elected official, who you want me to compare him to?
Well, what about like
that's a good question.
a highway super?
well,
is
no,
that-
you can't
You
take
do
him.
not want to take him over the highways area.
That's a different, cause
That's
he's
a different
engineering and
animal.
superintendent.
Right, but if he was just one of them,
It's around, it's about the same as he
I
was.
don't know, what do we pay
About
something
the
like
same
weights
as
and
what?
measures and veterans, what is their payout?
Gary is, give me a second.
Well,
The way that man works too, at his age, he's underpaid,
who?
Gary.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, he don't work
but there's
that
people
hard.
standing in line for his job.
Gary,
Dawson.
Do we know what is the salary like across on those? And where is
Well,
yours?
it's hard to say, you know,
Yours is
because
just
I
under
did, I
60?
did look at that
That's
and,
right. It's
you know,
It's 60.
No, that's
No,
what.
that's elected officials,
50.
60.
53?
What's Julie?
Like Julie Health Department?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't compare to her either, cause she's,
She's different too.
320?
Huh?
Hers is a little lower than it was because
53,
she's not.
320 is elected
oh,
official,
she's not in there.
53, 320?
is elected official.
And that's what Julie's at.
What's Andy at?
51, 650, something like that?
I can't see him raising him above the elected officials and
Maybe give him the same as what we give the elected officials.
I can see that.
Yeah, that'd be my suggestion. If we got that money for the elected officials.
You know, I mean, sometimes I think you just need to step outside the box, but I know that somebody else, like we've had this at before, somebody else, you give him 60, well, you know, then they,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
his value,
everybody that makes less than 60 will be in here wanting 60.
Yep.
And everybody that makes more than 60
Did
will
that
want
with
this,
the
whatever
paralegal?
his.
I don't know though.
is.
What is Dawson's? Is his at like 49, 45? I don't know what that type of position makes.
I don't know.
What's EMA? She's at 50 something? I don't have budgets in front of me.
EMA.
well, I think we need to address it somehow.
Yeah, you're right. We do for sure. She was making 49. No,
52 is what she asked.
She's at
47.
47, 466.
Jerry, it looks like the budget is 46,787. I don't always
Does he have designated hours?
Who?
Gary?
No. And I tell you,
He says the contract, yeah, flat rate.
yeah, it's, but I mean,
I can see
there's days, there's, holidays, he goes out and works.
He got nothing better to do though.
I guess
That
not.
old man.
How old is he now?
When you got nothing better to do, you're here all the time.
I'm retired from the highway
For
department.
him, it'd be where we are with
I
election.
mean, if,
Do you think?
what'd you say?
Did we? Well, you don't think so?
I don't know. I think we're gonna be playing a leapfrog game with all the other.
What you saying, Jay?
So I'm still back to like department heads that would go in and set a salary and they're all salary. And if we have to raise them all up to do that, do that.
I'd like to have 100,000 a year.
You're elected.
Yeah.
Andy's on call.
Yeah, that way I won't have to balance my checks.
Andy
And I'd have to run again and get kicks.
Huh?
Yeah.
Andy doesn't get overtime, does he? Does Stephanie?
I seen him Saturday
He's on
night
call
Did you?
at that sports banquet.
See what I'm saying? And,
He's a good kid.
and
Yeah,
who's to say, with
he
either one of them,
probably
they'll say they're getting overtime.
Easter.
Who makes that decision that they come in?
Other than
Okay,
yourself.
there's a thunderstorm comes in and she comes out and turns in overtime. There's no one saying that, yeah, you need to come in for this. There's no one saying, no, you shouldn't.
Employees. All I was anything.
Yeah.
And just like with
Kicks
Andy,
for-
I
he's
need
a
to go
good kid.
fix that toilet,
He's kinda like your,
but could have waited till tomorrow
he can do anything.
if he got overtime.
And
There's
he's
no-
involved.
Nobody in charge
I
of
mean,
them to saying
that's a trait
if
that's hard to find.
their overtime is
His generation.
justified.
And his kicks the generation.
But it was years ago that they talked about the minimum for salary being 51,990, and we all panicked, and we had all this different stuff, and Terry Hedges was in here, and everybody threw a fit, and Tony Wolf was still on, and then the DOL pulled it. You remember that? Like, that was 2015, because it was right, 2016, 2017, somewhere in that range.
I looked this up, exempt salary employees, no, get classified, salary work must pass the duties test. And the federal threshold, the federal minimum salary for exempt status is $684 per week, which equals $35,568. That didn't change.
It didn't change. There was a lot of talk about it, but it never did.
You still gotta do something for him, I mean.
Yeah.
So,
So what's
I
the
mean,
difference?
sometimes you can't lump them all together, you
Yeah.
know? You
No.
can't, you just can't put the value he brings compared to,
yes.
it's just not even comparable.
So what's he, what's his?
His pay right now, where'd I do it, is
Is he under the
50,
commissioners?
51,855.
And he has-
And he's asking for 62.
I'm still having to use my cherry picker to get up to my climate windows.
So nurses, same raise as everybody else, whatever we end up deciding. Andy, jury's out.
Jury's out.
Still discussion on that. Anything else you had in your notes?
Well, you said something about them nurses, we took care of that, okay.
And that, I mean, that's their budget and they're asking nurses, just from my home experience, I know my wife would never be able to hire a nurse at any of those rates. Fresh up, I mean, we're getting, that'll have to be adjusted actually, because we're, hang on, figure this out real quick.
Day shift, no weekends,
That's why my wife is hiring them day shift Monday through Friday,
no weekends.
fresh out of nursing school. That's no experience, no, just to get somebody with that RN behind their name.
But now they don't get the benefits that these would. And then how much, what's the benefits cost?
My wife gets them free, so I don't know. But
From where?
where she works at,
Where's that?
at the surgery center.
And it's insurance through.
My calculations were subtracted.
I don't know, but my wife's an administrator, so she, so I don't know.
But see, our benefits with the county
I'm just,
to the private sector, our benefits are
what I'm saying is, with the nurse, we're paying like half what the going rate is.
and we're paying, what is it?
I'd have to pull it up, it's 40 something.
Oh. I thought,
Health.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything official discussion wise? Questions, next meeting, not next Tuesday, the 20,
Yeah. Let me,
after the after the meeting. Okay.
that's it, no, it's not 40.
Yeah, so we'll plan on 15 to 30 minutes of discussion to get through these other items.
Oh, 78, that's 2 of them. How many hours?
That's 2 of them.
Yeah. They're 40 hours a week.
Oh, really?
You gonna turn this off then, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
A motion.
Okay.